2022 Christmas wish list. Hey everybody, I'm Actors and welcome back to the only channel on YouTube that covers in-depth videos of cars and sneakers. And today I'm giving you the Christmas wish list special. I think I've been doing this for about 3 years now, like once a year right before Christmas. I like to give out a sneaker wish list for Christmas. Now this is kind of like a combination of shoes that I think a lot of people are going to put on the wish list and some shoes that I put on my wish list. So if you think there was a sneaker that should have been on this wish list, leave a comment down below. So yeah, let's just get right into this wish list. So without further ado, like and share for that YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribe. Any support would just be awesome. Now let's start with sneaker number 1. Alrighty, so our first sneaker we have on this list, we have the Nike Dunk Pandas. Psych, just kidding, no. Oh my god, I think this one was on my last sneaker wish list too, man. Like, god, we gotta stop it with the sneaker. They really are not that special, man. They're just a black and white dunk. I mean, I guess they look nice and all, but Jesus, guys. I mean, how is this still one of the most popular sneakers on StockX still? This sneaker still being a trend is the equivalent of a TikTok dance that we've been doing for 3 years. So the real first sneaker on this list, we have the Jordan 1 Mid Light Smoke Gray. So this sneaker is kind of like the cheap but still awesome alternative on this list. So I've made this sneaker list like get progressively more expensive as you go up. But yeah, I mean, you can still get the Light Smoke Gray for around mid $100 range, and what you're getting is a lot. Now I know it's a Jordan 1 mid, and I get a lot of people don't like mids for some reason. I mean, this one looks fantastic, but yeah, I can kind of see it's not quite a high and it's not as stylish as a low. But that shouldn't bother you, man, because the Jordan 1 Light Smoke Gray is still an amazing sneaker. That white in combination with that light gray with that black contrast completes your shoe really nicely. And it's definitely a sneaker you can buy like the Panda Dunks and absolutely wear with anything. So yeah, the Jordan 1 Light Smoke Gray. Don't get the Panda Dunks. Get something like this. Alrighty, the next sneaker on this list, we have the Jordan 3 Fire Reds. This is a sneaker that I personally want to get, man, because I love collecting all like the OG re-releases of sneakers back from the originals. And this was an original colorway of the Jordan 3, and damn does it look as good as ever. I already did a review on this shoe, so go check that out. It was a pretty dope review, and I just love everything about this shoe. Quality was okay, but the styling, whew. They definitely used the right amount of red and the white pop and the gray. Fire sneaker right here, literally fire. And you can still get these sneakers for right about retail right now, the low $200 range, which I think is an absolute steal because I personally think that these sneakers will probably go up over time. I mean, it's an OG re-release, hype, style, everything. This sneaker definitely go up over time. As a sneakerhead and collector, this is definitely a must-have. Alrighty, for our third sneaker on this list, this is a sneaker that I think a lot of people are going to want on their Christmas list, and underneath that Christmas tree, the Jordan 4 Military Blacks. If you don't know, this is the Jordan 4 that took the military blues and swapped the blue for black, and what turned out to be a really clean shoe. Once again, a very simple shoe with just white, black, and gray, all done very nicely. Goes with absolutely everything, and the quality was pretty stellar on this shoe. This sneaker's resale is just a little bit more expensive than the Fire Red by a little. I mean a lot, like about $100 more. It's going for like the mid $300 all the way up to $500 for certain sizes. Man, already this sneaker's jumped a lot in prices, which is why I think you should buy it for this Christmas, because next Christmas this one might be a little bit too much. Yeah, definitely one of the best sneakers of the year for sure, and I know a lot of kids are going to be begging their parents for this one. Alright, number 2 on this list, and this one's going to surprise you that it's not number 1. We have the Chicago Lost and Found. Arguably the sneaker of the year. Not my first choice though, so stay tuned for that, but this one is a must-have. 1, it's an OG colorway, the Chicago. 2, it's an excellent style of the Chicago, the Lost and Found, you know, that vintage style that's still trending and is still awesome. I did a whole review on this sneaker too, so be sure to check it out. It was amazing. The quality was nice, the detail was nice, the box, the receipt, everything was so cool. I was very tempted to keep this shoe as a personal, but I knew there was somebody out there who wanted this shoe more than me on the Christmas list. so I just put it up for sale. Man, I absolutely can't tell you anything wrong with the shoe other than the fact that you may or may not like kind of like the vintage look that they did to it. Me, I'm an absolute sucker for anything that has a vintage look to it, so this is my cup of tea right here. I hope this is not just like a one and done type deal for Jordan Brand. I hope they do a lot more lost and found type shoes, like a Jordan 4 lost and found or Jordan 3 lost and found. That'd be so cool. I get that this one had more of a backstory to it. You know, somebody found a pair of 85 Chicagos underneath a sneaker boutique, but I still think that it would be dope if you took this style and applied it to other sneakers as well. These sneakers literally just dropped today as I'm recording this. I mean, it was an absolute sellout. I mean, it crashed Nike sneaker app a little bit. It was nuts. Anyways, the resale prices is just a little bit above, if not under, the Jordan 4 Military Black, around the mid $350 range. Once again, I was right about the resale prices. It was not gonna budge when they released. And let me tell you something, it's only gonna go up for here. So once again, if you're not gonna buy these sneakers this Christmas, next Christmas, they might be a little bit too much. Anyways, the Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Founds. It's not number one on this list, but it's still an absolute must-have. And our last sneaker on this list, and this one's number one because it's my personal number one sneaker on my Christmas wish list, the Adidas 350 Turtle Doves. Y'all gotta understand something, man. When I was coming up, these shoes were some sort of mystical shoe. You heard about it, you've seen it in photos worn by celebrities, but you never saw it. And if you did, they probably were fake, because these sneakers were absolutely freaking expensive when they first came out. It was a shoe that I longed for, the shoe that I desired the most, because it was sort of like unattainable. Not only was it unattainable, it was an absolutely freaking gorgeous looking shoe. I mean, look at this. This was the time where Kanye did it just right. And it sucks that Kanye West would never make another Yeezy style like this again, because Adidas owns the rights and they just booted off Kanye from oblivion. I mean, Adidas still can make this silhouette, but it won't be the same. It won't be called Yeezy. And this shoe is just one of a kind, man. Everything, the pattern, the quality, the boost, and the overall exotic shape and design of this shoe is just amazing. Definitely one of my favorite shoes ever, and it's definitely number one on my wish list because they did a 2022 re-release. So now everybody has an opportunity to grab this shoe, even me. This one I think is probably the most expensive one. I mean, some of these shoes and some of these sizes are going for about $600, and the middle range is about mid $400. Still way cheaper than the ones that came out way back in 2015. Well, right now there's a current bid on my size for $1,200. Once again, this shoe is just number one on my list because it's probably the most special to me. And now that Yeezy is all said and done, this is one of those sneakers I'm going to look back on and be like, hey, I had a pair of these and they were awesome. And that's really all needs to be said for the Yeezy 350 Turtle Doves, and why is it number one on this list. And that brings us to the end of this video. What'd you guys think about it? Did I miss any sneakers that are on your guys' Christmas wish list? Comment down below that sneaker, like and share for that YouTube algorithm, and last but certainly not least, subscribe. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.